Hi, thank you for your question. As always, I will never give up an opportunity to talk about my husband. So this is my husband, and contrary to popular belief, even though I talk about it 24/7, my husband actually met me as I am now post-transition. He didn't meet me till I had already been on hormones for years. I had top surgery. My husband also happens to be a trans man too. He just happens to have better facial hair than 70, 80% of the male population. Don't come for him. I'm the one who said it. But he's so fine. So both my husband and I, like I said, we weren't ready to settle down when we first started talking. Both of us were on dating sites, and the dating site that we met on in particular, you could not list that you were trans. You had two options, male or female, that's it. And it's hard because you got people that get pissed off on both sides. Over here, you got people that get pissed off if you identify as male because a lot of women, they're in childbearing years. I was in my late 20s, he was in his early mid 20s. So some of them get mad because they feel like you're presenting an image that is not realistic, even though there's cis men that can't have children. Or they just feel like you're misrepresenting yourself in general because they don't believe you are a man and they get mad at that. Then you have the other side when you can identify as a female and identify as a lesbian, and it still feels weird because you're obviously not a girl. You can say you're transgender in your bio, but then some lesbians get mad because they feel like you're going into a woman's space. Then other people are very understanding because it's kind of an LGBT space anyway, so it's like you sort of fit in a little better. It's just so awkward. I honestly hope dating sites now have the option to list more because it's so awkward to choose one or the other. My husband and I, we both just listed ourselves as female, and then we specified that we were trans men. And when I saw him, he actually, when I first met him on there, had pictures, pre-transition. He still looked like a dude. Other people ask me to show pictures and stuff. I will not do that. My husband is very private. Whenever I post a video that involves talking about my husband's transition and stuff, I okay it with him. I make sure that I can post it. I make sure he's not uncomfortable with it. But I know there's certain things he would not be comfortable with. So if I don't answer, that's why. But I looked at him and I knew, I was like, that's a trans dude. So I hit him up. I shot my shot. That's us FaceTiming for the first time, and if I remember correctly, I think he didn't get back to my initial message for quite some time, and then I ended up ghosting on him, but I always went back. I couldn't stay away from him. How cute is this? This is actually my kid. Obviously this is after we had already been talking a year, and and then he dated me in person, and then I introduced him to my son, and yeah, he was always great with him. We're at the ocean, and it was an awesome time. This is him on our second date. I do think he drank that night. He was starting to get sober though. He got sober very shortly after, and he's been sober ever since. I've been sober forever. But look, he's so handsome. So yeah, that's how we met, and it's so funny because I used to have this belief that dating sites, I mean I still went on them, but I had this belief that they were kind of unnatural, you wouldn't find your actual soulmate on there. I felt like soulmates it had to happen just by fate, spur of the moment. You just run into them like that. I don't know. That was my belief. But after meeting my husband, no fucking way. I have never in my life had a connection like I have with my husband. And I have been, I have ran through the mill and back, and I've never found that connection. So, it's crazy. I can't believe we just met on a dating site, but that is how it started.